Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Martin, and I am here to talk about the PS Plus games for 2019. Now, I think we had a really good year. There were a lot of games I enjoyed. There was some games I didn't like that much, and we'll get to those first. But in total, there was 28 games. January and February, the PS4 had 4 games. And for the rest of the months, we had 2 games because PS Vita and the PS3 stopped getting games. So we only got 28 instead of, ooh, it would have been a lot if, I don't think I would be making this video if I had so many. Okay, let's start with the worst video game for PS Plus on 2019. And the worst game of 2019 is Ark Survival Devolved, or as some people call it, Conan Exiles. So this game came out not March, April. This game came out April. I was interested in a new game and I saw this one and I thought this game was gonna be shit. It came out with another game that I thought was fine, and so I tried this game out. I played it with my friend, and both of us agreed that it was not like that great of a game. It's like Ark Survival. It's like a survival game with like RPG mechanics in it, so it doesn't which don't mix. And I literally have to. I'm gonna show one footage, which is gonna explain how amazing this game is. Are you guys ready to see it? Let's see it. As you could see, the game is broken and really not fun. Like, the combat's really not enjoyable. As you could tell, the graphics are pretty, very meh. Like, they're not good in, like, any way. There's nothing beautiful to look at. The enemies, they're fine. There's, like, nothing to put your time into. This game is literally like a beta. This feels like a beta for something that's gonna turn out a mediocre game, but nope, this is the game right here, and wow, I did not enjoy it, and I feel like I would give this game a 3 out of 10 because it's broken and it's not great, but I made it all the way down to the bottom of my list because I feel like this game is a 2 out of 10 because to download it, it takes up over 100 gigabytes, which is absolutely insane for your PS4 and basically is destruction. It's not good. I only know 3 games that take up 100 gigabytes, and they're all like I won't say worth it, but I'll say you could put some like fun into it. Here, this is not fun. This is boring and really bad, and I think it deserves the worst spot on my list. And yeah, let's move on to a better game. Not better by a lot though. At number 27, we have Rogue Aces. Now, I think this game has fine gameplay and fine graphics. There's no really story to go along, and so it's mainly about the gameplay and the missions. And while I said the gameplay's fine, the missions are the same 2 missions being repeated over and over and over. Destroy the planes, destroy the buildings, over and over. It gets old fast. It gets boring. It is there's barely any game in here, and it is really not worth getting. And I think it's a 2 out of 10. It's not as big as a fail as Conan Exiles because there wasn't much there to begin with, but still, it's really a disappointment and a shame because it looked quite interesting. So at 26, we have Monster Energy Supercross. I think is the name of it. A very long name. It is literally just a motorcycle game. So I'm immediately like, meh. And then it has monster everywhere. And so I'm assuming the main reason I didn't like this game is because I don't like the monster drink, and I never drank it before, and I don't really like sodas. But I don't know. The only true way of enjoying this game is with a monster by your side. But anyways, let's talk about how this game is if you don't have a monster by your side. It's pretty wonky motorcycle like riding, racing. It's not that fun. I was kind of bored after like 2 matches, and like matches feel like they go on forever. The racetracks are so huge. They feel like, and I think I wouldn't have this problem with these racetracks if they were something unique. And this is just the same road track. Every turn feels the same. There's nothing that feels unique about any of the maps. Everything just feels the same. And like I did not get into the game. It was not fun. There's not really that much in it. I don't think there's a story or anything, and I I feel like this game's gonna be dead really soon. So this game's kind of pointless. It was sad to see this as one of the like final games for December, and if I was still doing get and no get, I probably would give this a no get. And if I have to give it a rating, I think this is a 3 out of 10. It's just not good. It's just not interesting. It's a very like plain generic game. It was very annoying and just a waste of time, and don't get this game. That's all I gotta say about it. At number 25, we have Amplitude. Now, this is a fine game to play for like 5 minutes, and then immediately it's boring. This is all the game is. It's just level after level of the same like quick time events without cutscene, basically, and that gets really boring really fast. It's fine for like 5 minutes, and then immediately you want to move on to a different game. I would not recommend it. It's a 4 out of 10. Do not get this game. At number 24, we have Gun House. Now this is sort of like a Tetris puzzle game type thing, and this is it. You mix things to create weapons, and then you fend off enemies with those weapons. And it's very just simple, basic. It works well enough, but it's just too simple. And for me, it sort of feels like a mobile game. It's just there isn't enough like to like make it hold on its own. And I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. It's just there's nothing like that amazing about it. At number 23, we have Portal Knight. Now, in my opinion, this game is a pretty cool idea with some pretty fun things in it. But what mainly makes it fall apart is like what you have to do, and like like some parts in it are not so strong. Like I didn't get too immersed in it. But let's start from the good. The graphics look pretty good. Yeah, you could say they came from the PS3. They don't look amazing, but they look fine enough. They don't look like terrible. They're colorful enough. There's some creative enemies. This game has a lot of enemies too. The combat system is pretty okay. They try to do sort of like the dodging and attacking, except like they made it more easy because like this is more aimed for kids, I guess. But it just feels like that like the sort of like Minecraft, but like in like you keep traveling around, and so you don't really need to build anything, and it's like more focused on it like action than like survival. It's like it just works very weird, and like it doesn't work like this. And my biggest complaint of the game is the way to progress through the game is by going through dungeons, finding these portals, but you need portal pieces to open the portal. And the way you get these portal pieces is by just non-stop killing random enemies. Just kill enemies, kill enemies, kill enemies until you get the portal pieces to go. And this got annoying. I didn't really enjoy like building or like just doing anything like that. It just feels like the game just did not work well enough for me. Another complaint is just side quests, and a lot of these side quests just feel bare and stupid and pointless, and a lot of them are, and I just couldn't enjoy them enough. And I just didn't. I just after a while of playing this game, I was already like not really feeling like I wanted to continue, and so that's a problem. And I think this game is a 5 out of 10. It could have been more polished, maybe like say like had better ideas and like quests and stuff. Then it would have been better, but for now it's a 5 out of 10. And at number 22, we have Outlast 2. Now, just to start with, my friend loves the first Outlast, and he could not get through this one. He didn't finish it. He just got so bored of the slog. Now, in my opinion, that first Outlast is amazing, while this one is not as. Let's get the good things out of the way. First, the graphics are pretty good. A lot of time, they are very good. And I also like the main concept of like the apocalypse is gonna start if like this one thing happens, and like the two sides, one trying to cause it and one trying to stop it. Like that is interesting, like the way it does that, and like some of the characters and enemies are interesting. Now, my main problem is the gameplay. I just didn't find this game to be fun at all. A lot of the stealth segments were very boring. And just not enjoyable because stealth is somewhat broken and AI is just terrible. I don't know how they achieved it, but they achieved it. And then you got such a huge slog to get through with so many annoying moments, including like these school moments that just keep coming and coming, and they are slow and boring and have like nothing to do with the story at all. Almost nothing, but basically nothing, and they're just a real big waste of your time, and I would really not recommend this game. I think it's a 5 out of 10, but the first one is like 20 times better. Do not play this. At number 21, we have MLB The Show 19. Now, I don't really like sport games to begin with, so my opinion might be a little bit subjective, but this game just seemed a little too boring for me. It was a lot of just like it was just baseball. It was just and catch shooting balls and like hitting balls, and it was just very boring, not fun, not enjoyable, and that's it. So it's a subjective opinion, and in my opinion, I give this game a 5 out of 10. It's just I don't see any reason to play it. And at number 20, we have Steep. Now, in my opinion, Steep is a fine game. It's a game where it's like a sport game and like the snowy mountains. You can sled or like ski off the mountains. You could parachute, skydive, and that's literally it. Like those four things. And I feel like snowboarding and skiing is way too similar, and that's a giant problem in my opinion. Um, because then you only have three things, and a lot of it just feels like they don't the different game modes you could do with them don't feel that different. Like all of them just kind of feel like you're trying to go through like some hoops or like race some people or something. There's no like interesting story except like you want to become like the best there ever was or something. I don't know. But I didn't find it to be that enjoyable. It's like parachuting, very boring. Snowboarding and skiing was fine, and I think skydiving was the best out of them all. But still, even with that, I think like this game could have been better. And I find it to be quite boring after a while, and I stopped after I played a little bit. And so I give this game a 5 out of 10. It's fine. So at number 19, we have Horizon Chase Turbo. Now this is a driving game that feels like it came out of arcade, which I was thinking I was gonna like this. And when I started, I was like, man, does this game look beautiful? Like, look at those beautiful like graphics. It's not like amazing, realistic, or like anything like that, but it's nice indie graphics. And then it started, and the gameplay was very eh. It had like it was fine, but like nothing changes as you go on, and so the game got very dull very fast. It's not as boring as the other all games on this list that came before it, but it's pretty dull, and I just won't want to come back to it ever. And so I feel like it's a 5 out of 10. Just it's just not worth your time. And at number 18, we have The Surge. Now, I found The Surge to be an okay, like, sort of Dark Souls in the Future experience at the beginning. Like, the gameplay is fine. I didn't like the enemies or the level design, though. Everything felt sort of basic and, like unimaginative. I heard all the boss fights are just robots, and I only fought one of them, and the robot I fought, I can say was like a decent fight, but like nothing amazing. Uh, and the one really good part about it is like the way you get loot and stuff, and like that whole system's awesome. But then it feels like just a fine like Dark Souls ripoff. But like really quickly, I got quite bored of it, which is disappointing. And I feel like this game is a low 6 out of 10, and definitely needs improvements. I also forgot to mention the story I found to be like very meh. And that's all I gotta say about it. And at number 17, we have For Honor. Now, this game was made by Ubisoft, and I feel like it was a decently fun game. It has a fun enough multiplayer. I wouldn't say it's as fun as like other games, but it's still quite enjoyable. The story, like main campaign, is very like, how do I say it? Not that great. And a big complaint I have is in online, like playing with actual people can get super annoying because like people will team you, people that like feel like they can't take you or are low in health will just run away from you, and it will get very annoying. And the game only has 3 game modes, which are Breach, which is the only unique game mode, and then you have Domination and Elimination. And so it's sad that there's only one good game mode, and the story is better left unsaid. And so I felt like this game deserved a 6 out of 10 because I feel like you could at least get some enjoyment if you play with friends. But alone, I would never continue playing this. And at number 16, we have Wipeout Omega Collection. Now, I think that this is a really fun racing game. Though like the areas look really good, like everything looks fast paced and fun and awesome. My biggest complaint is it's just races. There's like nothing else, or if there is, it's like it's not like a huge like thing like kart games have like battle royale and stuff. Not battle royale, like battle modes, and this just doesn't have that. This is all just racing, and for that, it's really fun. After a while, I was like, there's no reason to really continue. Like, I basically saw the game at the beginning, but it is really fun. Like, unlike like Horizon Chase Turbo, and so I give it a high 6 out of 10. I could not give it a 7 out of 10 because I felt like it didn't have enough, but it deserves a high 6 because of the amazing background and the really fun gameplay. Thank you guys for watching this video to the end. Now, this is gonna be part 1 of of the freaking PS Plus games ranked. I don't know if I'm definitely gonna make a part 2, maybe a part 3, depending on like how long it takes me to like go over the next games. But thank you for watching till the end. Please subscribe, hit the like button, the notification bell, and I will see you guys on my next video. Goodbye.